There are too many people who would like to go to heaven as a bunch of lazy bones. They sit on the stool of do nothing and twiddle their thumbs and then wonder why they don't grow in the grace and knowledge of the Lord. 2 Peter 3:18. I believe a lot of people think that the moment they're ducked in water, they got their ticket punched on the gravy train to heaven. But that doesn't work. We've got to be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as you know your labor is not in vain in the Lord. 1 Corinthians 15:58. If all you ever do is warm benches in a worship society somewhere, you haven't gotten tuned in to God's frequency. We've got too many members that are dullards in the spiritual realm. They are ardent football fans. They are red hot politically, but they're not very interested in spiritual things that will help save their souls. Do you really want to miss hell and go to heaven? Then we'll have to go on into perfection. Hebrews 6:1. Launch out into the deep. Luke 5:4. Get out of the shallow waters of doing nothing. Just to have your name on a church roll somewhere, it doesn't mean anything except we got the name and address to the printer. We need our names enrolled in the Lamb's Book of Life, Revelation 3:1-5, and be ardent and diligent and fervent and grow up in the Lord. Be involved in the church. My earliest memories of my mother and dad, I didn't fully fathom it then, was the fact that they always went, every time a door's open. Our life was totally centered around the church of the Lord in our hometown. And I don't care if they had 3 services a day and a 10-day gospel meeting. And that's the way some of us remember gospel meetings. We went to all 30 of them. And I'll tell you another thing. They were about the last to leave, too. They wanted to greet every visitor, be with their brethren they hadn't seen in 3 or 4 hours. Kind of wore me out. But I finally got the point that their life was bounded by Christianity, first, last, and always. What a rich heritage, and I thank God for it. If anybody was ever involved in everything that was done, my folks were. That was just our rule of thumb. That's our way of life. And I didn't realize that there were members of the church that didn't look at it that way until I was up a few years older. But the reason a lot of people die on the vine is they're not involved. And they're the type who get their feelings hurt, though they don't attend, if you don't put their name in the bulletin on nearly any occasion about anything, especially of a secular nature. We need folk who don't care who gets the glory. They're just going to roll up their sleeves and go to work. We must be involved in the church of the Lord, active, fervent, faithful, diligent members.